We will work around Coma. Bro, you think that it's your creature. You don't realize that you will sacrifice it this turn. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we have very fun, very cool control deck, Mono Black. I have tried something else for today. I actually played different deck, but I was overrun with Boros, and it was so annoying that I stopped recording and I went into deck that is solid against this kind of matchups, and Mono Black has been one of the most solid decks for a while, because a lot of good cards are in the black right now, like even Meathook Massacre. Deadly Dispute into Shambling Ghast, of course, is a huge deal in this deck, and we have very interesting sub-team, and this is why I have chosen this deck for today, because I think everyone knows this standard mono black with, Invoke Despair, Sloth, Skullport Merchant, all of this stuff. We've played it so many times, so I didn't want to make another video on this one, even though the deck is really good. I have found this version because it is a Tergrid deck. And I think that the Tergrid that is competitive, because this deck is competitive. It's not best, but it's definitely you can win more games than lose in Mythic with this one, so that's definitely a solid choice if you want to rank up. And with that being said, we have still a lot of cool additions to the deck, which make the deck, not only good and competitive, but also a bit more fun, and something is going on here, which I think that is something we really lack right now, especially after playing so many Boros decks. So with that being said, we have of course Tergrid, God of Fright. For everyone who doesn't know, whenever you enemy sacrifices thing or discards a permanent card, you might put them into your battlefield side. So that's pretty amazing. So it of course works best with discard and sacrifice effects. We of course have the Lantern, which is not the biggest deal. You will see in some of the games how we use the Lantern, and it was pretty strong, but it's not the main point. You want to cast Tergrid as a creature generally in this deck. And we have Blood on the Snow, which is amazing because it can get Tergrid back, because we are a snow-covered version for the mono black. We actually run only one Blood on the Snow. I can definitely see how you can run two of them, or even maybe three, because we have a lot of Meathook Massacres, so we have more time in the deck. But that's not the point of the deck, so we went different direction. And of course, sacrifice effects. The best sacrifice effect in the format is hands down Invoke Despair. Theoretically, you can kill 3 creatures, 3 permanents from the enemy, and get 3 permanents for yourself. Of course, this will win you most of the games, but even if you kill only 1 creature and draw 2 cards, and this creature comes into your side of battlefield, if you play blue, you know how expensive creature stealing is. 5 mana or 6 is standard for this effect. So to have such a big effect and basically do 3 times this thing for 5 mana is insane. What more, Tergrid very often can come on turn 4 because we have so many treasures. So this can be a 4-drop and this can be a 5-drop, so they curve out even, which is insane. And one of the coolest plays with this deck. So you will actually see how rampy we can be with Shambling Ghast into Deadly Dispute. This is basically the hardest ramp we can get in format right now, I think. Because even in green you cannot ramp so heavily in one turn, right? So the best ramp in mono black, right? Legit. With that being said, we also have Henrika. Henrika is a big deal in this deck. I really like the creature. I think it has big effect, and the fact that it has option of that you usually use this option when you play Henrika. Each player sacrifices a creature, and you run it in the decks that have a lot of creatures that benefit from dying or have ATB effects, things like this. So you already want to use this ability most of the time. The fact that Tergrid makes it even better is just insane. And we also have Acquisition Expert. This card really synergizes with the rest of the deck. First of all, it's a creature that basically has full effect when it comes into battle play. You already trade card for card, and that's a very good effect on its own. The fact that it works perfectly with Deadly Dispute and Henrika, and also Tergrid, because as you can read here, or discards a permanent card. Of course, enemy might realize what's going on, and he might discard something else, right? Lightning Bolt, or Shock, or play with Fire. all of those things are possible in different formats. But yeah, he knows that if it is a permanent, you will get it. So, you know, he has a choice. But sometimes it might be better for him to discard a permanent, like 1 mana creature or something like this. So you already get better effect by having a Tergrid. And sometimes he has 1 card in the hand, and you will see those situations in the video. And then, believe me, he's not happy about, you know, giving you this card. So a lot of synergies in the deck. I think the sketchy part might be the Shakedown Heavy. This card plays on its own. So you have the deck on the left, and you have Shakedown Heavy on the right. I can completely see this being replaced by any card that goes with the deck synergistic. I kind of like this experiment. I'm not perfectly conclusive if that's a good addition or bad addition. It's weird. Shakedown Heavy definitely has a lot of things going on for it. Unfortunately, it dies to like Burn Spell and Kumano attacking you, so usually it's a 2-for-1, which is already pretty good value, so I kinda was happy with the creature. 3 mana is a lot for something that usually dies. You don't really attack with this in this deck most of the time, but if you do, you get card advantage, so that's amazing. But mostly it's for having a lot of stats, so basically you have 3 mana for 4/4. That's how it plays, basically. And that's a big deal, that's a really good stat line. So, interesting choice. Definitely, it gave a lot in the mid game. Is it worth enough to justify it in the deck? I'm not sure. It definitely did a lot of heavy lifting. Not sure if enough of heavy lifting. Maybe like having spot removal in this place would be better. I'm not sure. Tell me in the comments what you think. But for now I left it. It's definitely bringing a lot of mid game into the deck, and of course we have a lot of like heavy end game with Tergrid, Invoke Despair, Henrika, Blood on the Snow. So what we lack is this meat in the between, right? We have very good early game, very good end game, and yeah, like mid game we don't really have much. If we remove this, we have what? Henrika, which is more of a, you know, late mid game, and Inscription and Hagra Mauling. No, we need something to do. And that's why the Shakedown Heavy is 1-man army in a way that fills this hole in the deck. So that's why it's here. Thanks to running 1 color, we can go for 3 Field of Ruins. They do matter, especially against like Boros with all those creature lands, Hives, or even against control holes. That is a finisher. 3 is enough to shut down all of the holes in the deck. Control decks, believe me, I'm playing them, don't go above 2 holes generally. So 3 Field of Ruins definitely solve this problem for the whole game. And with that being said, we have Tenacious Underdog as a, you know, gas when we run out of value. It really works well with the Meathook Massacre and the rest of the deck. And the fact that you get cardio really helps when you are stuck with lands and nothing else, so you can dig up into this Invoke Despair to get the game going again. And that's a big value. And of course, Inscription is something that helps. Discarding 2 cards from the enemy with Tergrid in the board can shift you the game completely, especially if those are 2 last cards. Usually they are good cards and usually they are permanents. Planewalkers, high mana creatures, things like this. Usually enemy doesn't, you know, hold his 1-drop at this point in the game. So definitely if you discard both of them and you get into your side those 2 creatures or Planewalker or whatever, this can make enemy just scoop right away. So definitely a lot of synergies with this deck. I really feel this is a solid choice for the meta. I think the biggest deal with this deck is 4 Meathook Massacres, 1 Blood on the Snow, so you already have 5 sweepers, and Shambling Ghast, which is amazing against aggro decks because it can trade so well for Talia or things like this, or sorry, I just completely and against Boros you can trade for 2 toughness creatures, which is usually the early game, and if you sacrifice it for Deadly Dispute, this is the biggest deal. This is what surprised this deck from like Dimir control or things like this. You can double ramp in turn 3. This means that Meathook Massacre, even on the draw, will be massive. Like, it will clear everything in the board. And this is something that sometimes the Mire decks struggle. If you are on the draw, especially if you miss one of the lands in the game, enemy might scale his toughness harder than you scale your minus. With this deck this is not a problem, and this is why it's so good against aggro. It completely ramps out of like their range that they can, you know, grow creatures. Alright, that was way too long for the Meathook Massacre. You're all probably tired of seeing this card. Yeah, definitely a like complete meta definer right there. Alright, so the deck is sweet. Use it if you like mono black. Definitely one of the coolest builds out there, and then you aren't forced to play the Eye Twitch lesson thing. Tergrid is really fun, and this deck really tries to make Tergrid into some competitive play, and I think it does so with great success. Generally you will have like 55% win rate with this deck on average, and of course I mean in Mythic, so if you are in Platinum or Gold or lower, probably you should win a lot of games with this one. And it's definitely a big deal and fun to play. Alright, that I sidetracked so much, sorry for that. So with that being said, if you like the channel, if you like what we are doing here, don't forget to subscribe. You get free deck every single day. What not to love? I'm already subscribed, right? Yeah. Definitely. Alright, so let's go into the games, and I really do hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching everyone, and enjoy. Alright, I'm excited for this one actually. So we have 3 lands, enough for the Shakedown Heavy, so I'm pretty happy about it. And we have Deadly Dispute. I'm especially excited for the Shakedown Heavy, because I know this fight rigging combo that I personally do not like at all. I even tried to make this deck for the channel, but it felt so inconsistent and just janky that I just scrapped it mid-recording. But the fact that you use it as a creature, I wonder how it will go, because it's 3 mana, 6/4, like this is no joke. And the fact that it can draw you a card, or multiple cards, is just insane. Our start is extremely bad. That's something that needs to be said. Like, this is the worst possible start. We even didn't hit any lands, so that's even worse. But other than this, I'm hopeful. And I can definitely get hit by Neverwinter Dryad every single turn. He wants to ramp right now, so even if he has counterspell, we don't care. Yeah, the worst possible case is Fading Hope on the blue, and oh no, he might have it. Like, Auto Tapper left blue mana, it means that he might have a blue card in the hand. For 1 mana, yeah, exactly. See? Mind reader skills, right there. It's still okay. Look at the cards. Like, isn't it insane? Enemy has 3, we have 7. The problem for this game is us not hitting us any lands for the full game. Like, we started with 3 lands, and we still didn't draw a single next one. We need 2 more lands to win the game. Like, during the game. And of course we never hit it. However, I will actually go with this one. This is Fading Hope, which we don't care. We will also discard, so we are actually losing value just because our draw is so crappy. I cannot believe it, like everything went perfectly until this point. Oh boy, like it's not the worst I guess, but oh boy, that's not how I wanted it. I wanted to use lands this time to do something cool. But it's okay. Sloth, don't get angry, it's fine. This is actually pretty good for us. The fact that we can... yeah, and drawing 2 lands is insanely important right now. This is Fading Hope probably. So he will bounce the Stomper, but it's not the worst thing. We don't have anything in the graveyard except the Ghast. Yeah, there's only one real choice here, right? I'm really happy that the Ghast dispute hit 2 lands. That's a deal breaker. So this got us into the game again. And as you can see, when we are in the game, it seems pretty nice. Like, we are back to 20, and we have 6 extremely value-packed cards against enemy 2. This is one of the things I really like about this deck. Like, cards here are extremely powerful, and the fact you can get back Tergrid, of course no lands anymore, why not? Oh boy, this thingy. Alright, so how do we do this? I think... yeah, they want to sacrifice it. And next turn they want Estika's Chariot. Tergrid is really, like, tempting. Do we go for it? Do we go for Tergrid or just go Acquisition Expert? Like, honestly, Acquisition Expert is a good choice here. And we can follow up with Henrika. So, he might have land still. We will see. I don't follow if he plays it or not. Oh, nice. Interesting. And of course, like, if he wants to counter some... I don't know if this deck has counters. I really don't. But I will draw cards. We don't sacrifice because enemy wants to pay 2 mana anyway, so he doesn't care at all. And you know, 3 cards is a pretty good deal. Especially that we have Meathook, so we get the damage back very easily. And if he attacks, like, we have double blockers. So right now he has basically, like, nothing happened during the game. And he can scoop basically. Wow, that's the best one he could have. Alright, alright. Alright, that's interesting. That is... do we... He will have a thingy, right? But we can choose to sacrifice a creature. Alright, no blocks. We will work around Coma. Bro, you think that it's your creature. You don't realize that you will sacrifice it this turn. This very turn. It will be sacrificed by your own hand. Oh no. Oh, legendary. Right. The card is legendary, someone mentioned. Alright, so I guess Invoke Despair, right? We have to do it this way. The hard way. It's fine. Like, we are winning this anyway. He can scoop, he just doesn't know about it. And he has tapped mana, otherwise he could activate the lair. And for 2 mana you can sacrifice it and win the game. I will sacrifice a creature. I will do... yeah, exactly, he just didn't know. And look how much value... like, we didn't even start with this deck. Like, bro, this was a powerhouse game from the mono black. Like, he had no value over us. Alright, so this one is really serious consider. Oh, I just got double view battlefield thing, I guess. Hand is not great. We don't really have any interaction. We are on the draw, so both Meathook and Invoke Despair are extremely bad as an opening. Maybe not Meathook, but we need a lot of time. I will keep it. I hope the Tenacious Underdog... like, look at this. I'm not sure, like, I had this situation, I'm pretty sure that I checked and it was indeed some kind of bug. And enemy is just Boros full version. This is fake news. Oh my god. We actually met a control player, guys. I cannot believe. Yeah? Do you want to browsy your mulligan? Man, the arena has so many bugs and they just simply don't care. Like, I will rant about it forever. Because I cannot believe, like, guys, I've been working in the corporate, like, if there's so much money on the line, you actually should at least pretend you care. Like, the fact that they don't think this, like, sound, all of this is just so weird to me. Because I know how those meetings look like. Alright, so, let's attack with Underdog. Smark. Only... 7 turns to go. Alright, let's use our brain for a second. I hate it, but we have to do it. We are in control matchup. For this reason, we use the Meathook. Ah? Do you want to start getting drained? Sure. Do you want... Now he doesn't want... like, I think he has a counter spell, like, make it disappear. So we are just trying to make it as not appealing to him as possible. I'm not sure if he has it. Alright, I forgot he stole a card. And we also need to pressure him because, like, Hive on Insight is extremely good in slow matchups. Because not only you get card advantage, you also have selection. You basically choose, like, Memory Deluge in the opposite direction, right? You take 4 enemy cards and you take 2 best of them. And you know that Memory Deluge is generally decent. I'm not even speaking about the fact that you drain enemy deck out of value. Like, you can see, enemy is ahead in the cards, so in case of a long game, like, Siphon Insight has this additional upside. Oh, nice, okay, respect. However, It means stuff. Now let's get the treasure. I'm a bit hesitant about Tenacious Underdog. Oh, do we want to go for an Invoke? Alright, that's so tempting. I don't think it's a great idea, to be honest. Okay, this is the big turn. We have a lot of decisions to make. We can activate the Hive and just get rid of the Siphon inside to fight for card advantage. We can Invoke Despair to just raise the card advantage. Or we can... Tenacious Underdog is the worst one. It's cheap, but it doesn't give any permanent value. Shakedown Heavy is interesting, but if he has like removal, we don't do anything right. I really like the Hive. I think it's not a correct choice. I think this is the least impactful play, but I will still do it, because enemy wants to mess with us, I will mess with him. Haha, no stealing cards. I have always my browser with opening hand, with cards that... like, look at this crap! Wizards, like, look at your game right now. Oh my god, did we play land? Did I play land? Yeah, I cannot undo this. I played a land just a moment ago, so I took the mana and I played the land. Out of my browser. We can play like this, the text-based MTG. Wizards, fix your damn crap. Alright, this will be Shakedown Heavy. Tenacious Underdog is okay, but it's not something you want to cast as a main thing. And Deadly Dispute is really nice, because I'm pretty sure he will be forced to react to Shakedown Heavy. So if he kills it, we draw cards. Yeah, bruh. Easy. He can still counter it. It is the Mire, so Juar is very probable. But you know, yeah, it's fine. It's still card for card. He has only 2 cards left. And our cards, like a Tenacious Underdog, means that we win in the long game for card advantage. He can activate the Hive, but then we Invoke Despair him. Okay, fair trade. I like this game. Like, we are both doing the same thing. Let's use our text-based MTG. As a text-based MTG, I will play my Invoke. Oh, why can I text him? It's so unreal that this is how the game works. Like, it's insane. I do not appreciate what we drew. Oh, 2 cards vanished. Yeah, I know it's not the most important part, but it's so ridiculous that this is some bug. I think it happens when you use the view battlefield and enemy accepts his hand, and then you are back to, you know, the screen, and you get the doubled, because that's how it works. It's pretty insane that we know this and they don't. Like, they probably do. Make Disappear will be complete blowout. Okay, that's really good for him, because we drew basically all the sweepers from the deck in top 17 cards, and they are pretty dead cards in this matchup. Like, we need to draw something really quickly, and that's not great. Okay, I do consider this something very quickly. Yeah, this is very good draw. Oh yeah, it's in the battlefield, so it means we get damage. Memory Deluge. He will use the Hive. Okay, sure. Maybe we can bait some removal from him. I don't think he should be scared, like, he's at 13, it's a lot. And that seems to be... Okay, he has instance. He was thinking about it, right? Alright. Huh. We get the card anyway, right? But I'm pretty sure he will use the Hive. Do we want to go for the Meathook Massacre? Huh. This is a lot of our value, but I don't think we'll have... Man. Oh boy, we get Juari to lose. And I think we have to. Like, with the Memory Deluge, he will be soon very ahead of us. And we just need to maximize the value. Okay, no counter spell, that's good. Land, that's good. Meathook Massacre, that's not good. Also, in order to get rid of the Tenacious oh, stop it! Please stop. I know how it hurts because I've been playing with this card. This is one of my all-time favorite cards, like honestly. It's such a fun card. I would make every Dimir with it, if I could, but Boros is a thing. But yeah, still very good card. It's interesting that he mixed it with Tainted Indulgence. But yeah, sometimes we also did. Like, they don't work perfectly together, but you know, both are amazing cards. So that's good enough most of the time. I'm a bit scared what he took. Let's use our web-based MTG. It's still here. It's not going away. We definitely broke the game. Okay, I like it. Enemy doesn't know that we got whiffed on all the Meathook Massacres from the deck, so maybe it can work to our advantage. By the way, on the other hand, we didn't hit a single Field of Ruin this game. And oh boy, we have a lot of those. Alright, first things first. Maybe I should go for Memory. They definitely want Memory de Rouge. So we have one turn to make it super awkward for him. Yep. This is live game, but on the other hand, you know, we have Meathook established, and that's a big deal. Do we go for the Lantern? Maybe we do. He wants Memory de Rouge. And generally Dimir does not have ways to deal with artifacts very well. And we have 2 mana to pay. So bro, nice. Oh boy, that's nice. I know you might want the Underdog. It's not way... Like, after this turn he will have such good answers to whatever we have, and he still has the Hive, so basically he can get rid of Underdog whenever he wants to. Huh. How does the card works? Non-land permanent. You know what? If anything, he needs to do it before he knows what the card is. It's unfortunate that he has treasure, but you know, it is what it is. Oh nice, we got the card. Let's see the browser. Can you freaking believe this? Wizards. I don't want to rant on Wizards, but what's going on is just on such a ridiculous level for a flagship product, basically, for the company, that I cannot believe that this is actually something that, you know, is not changed, like in any meeting. Like they're, oh no, it's fine, nothing wrong with it. Like, okay, game, sure. Alright, so, rant over. We don't have really anything to cast. I'm not sacrificing the Lantern. This is our win condition, and it's very hard to answer. Go Blank definitely destroys us right now, but fortunately we have Tergrid's Lantern, and we have Hive. So hopefully we can maybe finish. This is Hall of the Storm Giants mana. Oh, and they went for it. Nice. Okay. I see. This screams of a bit of a desperation. And hopefully we can punish it very quickly. It seems that we can. Now we have both Hive to get rid of this, and Tergrid Lantern. Let's see the browser. You know, everything is still... Maybe we can keep playing this. Ooh, interesting. This is a pretty decent card. Oh, it's empty. Now it's empty. Exile, make it empty. Nice. I guess we could attack, but one removal means we are dead. Not perfect, right? Yeah, and we deal the same damage by Lantern anyway. Like, instead of activating the Hive, we can just untap the Lantern, and it's basically the same 3 damage that we would deal. So no, that's a thing. Hive doesn't kill us, which is extremely important, because it has menace, so it's very hard to block for us. He needs a double removal, basically, to win the game, and steal 6 mana. So he has what, 6 here? He has 4 mana, so we are like double Infernal Grasp will do it, but he needs to have it in those 2 cards, so I don't think he has. It's an interesting line of play, because basically he's giving up a lot of advantage. That's not great. Let's activate the thingy and see if he wants to get rid. Treasure is a thing that could go. Like, that's a problem because like he has basically free instance for this. But you know, what can we do? And that's an issue because he still can activate the hole. Yeah, like early game wasn't great for us. Maybe I missed something because there were a lot of big decisions to be made. Maybe this Hive play was bad. Maybe this, yeah, probably the Hive play was the worst part from my side. And probably I could do something that gave any permanent value, and that would probably be better. I just hate this card, okay? I love it and I hate it at the same time. It depends which time I'm on. And I'm pretty sure that everyone has the same opinion on this one. Like, you don't want to get hit by this. Alright. I actually don't know which is the card that he stole. Sure. So, he wants our deck to find answers. Like, this definitely screams a bit of desperation right now. Meathook. Okay. That's fine. Not perfect. Not fine. Huh. So, we untap the Lantern, right? Maybe I should do it before, but I guess maybe he wants to. No, in the end it's the same, right? We will use Lantern next turn. Okay, and he's really careful about his HP. If he does something, we answer with the Lantern. Like, Lantern is such a pain for him, he cannot answer this card really. And Shakedown Heavy is very good blocker. It's hard to remove if he has any damage-based thingy. And if he wants to kill, are you freaking serious? He actually drew it before us, even though we have 3 of them. Like, we should have 1 statistically, or even 2. Let's see the browser. Like, it's still here. It's not going anywhere. Let's pet the dog with 1 animation. I was actually pretty disappointed with this one. Not the first time, I guess, with pets. Like, I know it's a bit ranty, but I think you guys know exactly what I mean and why. Alright, that's interesting. Huh. I see. Enemy has what? 3? 6 mana. He needs to tap out to attack with the hole. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, actually, if he sees the play, this is a good game. Yep. Yep. I do not appreciate how he handled it, but yeah, it is a good game. I will be a nice guy, still, to make him feel bad. But yeah, that was a good game. Well played. Oh boy, this is really bad hand. I think we mulligan this. So basically, the reason I want to mulligan, like, we are on the draw and up until like enemy 5 drop, we have nothing to play. We need to draw a creature to make Deadly Dispute even work. Yeah, and on the draw it's too bad. On the play I think I wouldn't mulligan it. Better. Definitely better. Oh boy. Shambling Ghast to Deadly Dispute is amazing. Tenacious Underdog is so good as well. Maybe we get rid of the land. It is extremely risky, but you know what? I think with Deadly Dispute we can draw into some. Hello, my friend. Always nice start. And we are playing against Rakdos. Sugoi. We might get mana screwed, and this time it will be on me. Oh, bro. But it's at least not Boros. Like, what the hell? And that's why we have Meathook Massacre. So, the most important thing right now is to draw into mana for Meathook. Oh, no. You ain't attacking Ghast. This game, you will die defending this Bastion. Yeah. So, enemy is extremely pressured to place a... Oh my god. They whiffed on double Kumano trigger. Yeah, both are on 2. That's so good. Alright, we still do it. Enemy cannot play any creature anyway, so we don't care. And we need lands, we need treasures, we need stuff going on for us. Alright. Alright. Shakedown Heavy is pretty amazing. They have some instants. Not sure if that's Infernal Grasp or play with fire, because I don't know what we are playing against really. I will play the Heavy. In the worst case we have 5 mana out of treasures. And I think this big stat block of Shakedown Heavy is like really good. It is interesting because we can Meathook for 2 next turn, depending on how he plays, and then we have the board? Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Oh boy, that's scary. Not gonna lie. No attacks, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, we need to decide on the next turn right now. Henrika is not good. How does this card works? Becomes tapped, so he can tap it at any moment. We don't care about the graveyard. It will have indestructible that we don't care for. And we will have +1/+1. So we need to Meathook for 4 for this reason. Huh. I think it's good enough. Oh no, not for treasures. Okay, we might take some damage. I don't want to burn so many treasures, it's not great. Death Touch. 3/4 doesn't trade very well with this one. Tenacious Underdog doesn't block Kumano very well as well. I think this is the play. It's not great. It is not great, but he has no incentive to sacrifice at the end step, so it means that he doesn't grow above 4/4. I like the land. The Phyrexian skin. Actually, I didn't see this one. Yes, play more please. The more in the board the better. And we actually will sacrifice Heavy at the end step to attackers. I didn't attack because I know he doesn't care about this 6 damage and it won't be a factor in this game. So that would be basically do nothing instead of save for life. So pretty big deal. Okay, now it's tapped. He cannot tap again, so it means it cannot go to 5/5. At least as far as I'm concerned. And given we need to Meathook for 4, this will die. So we might as well translate it to some cool cards, right? And the enemy knows, like, there's no reason to do it unless something bad happens to the board next turn. So yeah, he's probably not the happiest about this thing. Okay, let's think. We will have 3, 4, so 1 treasure. So we can use Field of Ruin, because we can sacrifice 2 treasures to counter his play. I guess. Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough. Otherwise I wouldn't play Field of Ruin, because this gives him a warning. Hey, you won't be able to use your manlands next turn. So then I would play the Swamp and do this as a surprise. So, sorry for the break, but I think it's important for everyone watching. Alright, I'm a dummy. Yeah, so much talking and in the end that was such a crap. No? Bruh. You need to learn the game. I know you are playing Rakdos, so you don't have to. That's not how it works. Oh, okay, I give it back. He is the smart one in the end. So he does it to prevent the live game. That's respect. Perfect, okay, that's a very good play. Is there something that says you are a good one? Yeah, this one, that was a good one. So we can play the underdog. Yeah, like that was a really good play. I was wrong, you were right. Yeah. I like him. Alright, I think we play 1 Shambling Ghast just to have something on the board for blocking. Ah, it's so sweet. I need to make those emotes because this one is just such a good one. And now he cannot attack with the den. Ooh, that's a good one. We do not block because we have very good target for sacrifice with Henrika. Alright, this is a bit unfortunate. Ooh, that's so much damage. We still need to go for Henrika and Underdog, I think. 7 damage, are you for real? I hate it. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, this changes my mind a little bit. Because the last card is the most impactful one. Haha, no Raiju for you. Yeah, it is. Like, the last card is always the prime target for everything. And let's start removing those pesky creatures, shall we? Yeah, we need to sacrifice, like, no way around it. And Ghast is a bit... Maybe we should go for the expert. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Maybe that was better choice. Of course it's a treasure. I guess yeah, Underdog is good here. Let's not save treasures until we are out of the game. We don't get the blitz value, but at some point we can trade, and we don't want to block with the Henrika, and he might go white with the den. So we need as many creatures as we can, because he's slowly running out of options. Yeah, we need to kill Raiju. Oh boy, we are taking a lot of them. But this is why I wanted this extra Underdog. I think this is the play. We heal 2, so we don't super care. You want to remove his permanence. This is not something he can really use very reliably. And we can keep healing with Henrika, we keep healing with Meathook. Good things are happening. Okay, nice. Alright. I think that we are at the point of winning this game now. Draw card? I'm not sure about this one. Oh, if we played this, we cannot Field of Ruin. He has only one card, right? So I think this is the play. I'm not entirely sure about this one, okay? But I think the lifelink is good enough. And we have Field of Ruin, so he has double them, but he needs mana to activate both of them to use the attack, and he doesn't. So it means that, yeah, we can prevent one of them, and we get the card draw that we needed. We also deal quite a lot of damage this turn. Sure. It might be the first time in my life when I activated Henrika. Yeah, he needs to do it, and he knows what's happening. Only one card, so let's just make sure this is the right one. Yeah. See ya. And we have Hive for the next turn. I think he will activate the... Oh, so smart, with his 0 cards in the hand. No reason to do it. Well, I guess he can activate tapped creature for no reason. But, you know, not really a game-breaking move. Exactly. Alright, our cards suck, so that's quite important. Definitely land. Do we attack? Like, we can nearly kill him, but not enough. We don't have enough mana. We definitely keep attacking. I think we try to pressure him into him dying next turn. I know Lantern is a thing, but this is just plain better. And it has more stats. So I guess I should have pumped it. It might be a difference. I kinda messed up. We wasted basically one thing. Menace, Death Touch, Lifelink, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a very good draw. This has haste? Yeah. I guess we try it with Tergrid then. Like, it's a good trade, so I will take it. Oh, interesting. Sure. Definitely play land. I'm pretty sure we are definitely winning this game if we don't mess up in some way. Yeah, it's... Enemy helped a bit. Because he cannot block both with Menace. It means... like, whatever. Let's go for Deadly Dispute. I just didn't want to make it longer. So he can block one of the creatures, but not both. Yeah, that's the way. And now we pump for extra damage. And now we go to 7. Yeah, that was close, and enemy was really cool guy. I enjoyed this game quite a lot. Yeah, I think I made a few mistakes, but they fortunately they didn't count enough. Oh boy, is this the game? Is this the game where all stars align? I think it might be. Like, this is basically one of the best possible draws, I think, for us, and we are on the play. We have ramp, we have card draw, we have Tergrid. We need to make it count. I think that the dispute is more important. And it also makes sure that Shambling Ghast can die. Alright. A bit unfortunate. If you want to block, then we cannot deadly dispute. Yeah. Oh, I guess we just block. But we have a lot of ramp. Hopefully we hit the land. That's the main thing right now. I need to hit the land. Okay, that's a land. That's 2 damage in your face. Oh boy. Okay, how do we do it? We can invoke already. We have only one big play, right? Whenever or discards, you may put... You know what? We are in for the fun. We don't want to win this game. We want to have fun with like Tergrid synergies, right? For the fans. Like honestly, it's probably better to cast Invoke Despair or like some combo of those, but it's not as fun, right? If we have situation to do this play, it's now or never. And this one will make something go into the board. I'm a bit scared about blocking. If he taps out, are you serious? I hate you so much. Boros, why can't you be fun? Why can't you be normal for a moment? Like you're this one ugly brother that no one likes. That's who you are, let's be honest. Nobody likes you, Boros. Especially when you play Brutal Catars to kill 5 drops. Then you're out, you're out. Okay, this is interesting. How he attacks. He doesn't have great attacks right now. Alright, interesting. We will play something next turn, right? Yeah, we definitely will. So, the only choice that makes sense is this. And Shakedown Heavy will probably die. Sure. But still, we got rid of one of the problems at least. Let's play around, of course. Invoke Despair. He will sacrifice the adversary, right? Tergrid? Is Tergrid good enough? He attacks with everything, we get dealt at least 4. Most likely Raiju's follow-up or something like this. So around 7. We will be at burn range after this. It's still good play, because it opens better plays next turn with Invoke Despair and Acquisitions Expert. Yeah, we need to go for a lot of values somehow. Maybe they play Kumano and we get to 4. I don't know, like it will be hard. And this is really good draw because it makes Den activable. He honestly should activate the Den. Oh, okay. Face? Is that enough? 5, so yeah, it's enough. Yeah, this Brutal Qatar was the reason he won the game. Yeah, it's hard to play Boros if you don't hit Meathook. Like, that's why we would have Meathooks in the deck, like 4 of them, right? Wow, guys, this is Boros player. We are at 7. Look at this crap. 5, 7. He just missed Leafar because he cannot count to 7. This is the type of players that play Boros. Oh my god. And we still will probably lose because the deck is so strong that it doesn't care if you play well or not. To say it lightly. Alright, what is the best we can get? If we play this is basically the only... We don't need card draw. Like, let's see if the card in his hand is good. This, first of all, dismantles what he has. Oh wow. Yeah, we have a lot. Like, I guess I did it because then we can follow up with Deadly Dispute and draw into something and have treasures. Like, we don't have better choice than this. Henrika. It is something, right? Alright, what do we take? Definitely not card draw. Like if we transform, she has 3-4. It might be a big difference, right? Stop, please, get... I cannot cancel it. Okay, thank you. If he activates the den, it's what? We block this one, then we block this one with Henrika. We get 1, 3, 5 damage, and we heal up to 5. So we die. Unless he is a real horrible dummy. If we sacrifice, what happens? He sacrifices this one. We have one blocker, we need to get rid of Henrika. We double block this and we get... yeah, it's still better to transform because he might mess up because he's a bad player. So this is how you want to win with Boros. Hopefully they... yeah, I guess he won't miss it right now. Let's see, I shouldn't highlighted Brutal Qatar. Now he knows, yeah. I didn't think 2 turns in advance to not help him. So, yeah, probably my bad. This is the best blocks we can have. And it will be perfectly lethal. Man, this is so close. Even though he messed up. Ah, Boros, why are you still here?